Today I'm doing something a little ridiculous. So I'm here in Rome and I booked 2 cooking classes today. One for 400 euros and one for 40. I did not think in my right mind that I would book a 400 euro cooking class because that seems ridiculous. But I do want to compare. What do you get for that price versus the one in 40? The one in 40 had so many more reviews, which makes everything even crazier because the one for 400 only had like 2 reviews, and even though they were both 5 stars, I would have gone for the 40 anyways. I'm gonna get started with the expensive one, and they're coming to pick me up from the hotel in like 10 minutes. Already, you kind of feel like this luxurious vibe of like, oh, I paid extra and now they're taking good care of me. But let's see if it actually adds up in the cooking itself. Are you ready? Let's go. After they picked me up, I got to have a quick tour around Rome, and I wasn't really sure what to expect, but then I was told that we're going to buy some food.
Food, fish,
Yeah.
and she's gonna get her hands dirty too, making pasta.
And that's when we actually made it to the food market, where they told me that Italians normally shop there for just about anything, from fruit to clothes, and you can even get your hair cut. They guided me along the market, kind of teaching me how to choose the different vegetables, the cheeses, what are the things that are worth buying, and most importantly, getting some free samples of the best cheese I've ever tried in my life. We just got back from the food market and we're finally starting the class now. It was actually super cool to just walk around and see the authentic market. And one of the things she said that I loved, and I'm kind of learned it myself, was that in Italy, in most cases, when they do shopping, like groceries, they buy for the same day or like the day after, but that's it. They don't like do weekly shopping. They just buy everything first for that day, and this way they don't like throw away food. They know exactly what they need, they know what they're planning to buy, and that's about it. And I absolutely love that. And now it was finally time to start the reason that we're here. I got my apron, I'm putting it on, and I'm so excited to get into the kitchen and start cooking.
Get your apron, you put it in the middle. Then you get your fork, and you start scrambling the egg.
The most important thing was not that I would be making food with them. Everything that we were doing, she was just making sure that I can do it myself. Once I finished with the pasta, we had to move into making the sauces. And we weren't just making pasta, we also made some ravioli. Because here, we just did everything from scratch. But I honestly think that was not enough for them, so we had to make more pasta. And yes, thank you for noticing, I've already become a pro. Because not only did we make the sauce, the fish, the ravioli, and the fettuccine, we've moved to the most important part in the Italian cuisine. Yes, exactly, the dessert. If you want to know that it's ready, do this, and if nothing spills, it's ready. Looks amazing. So I just finished the first class that we had today, and that was the 400 euro class where we made raviolis, fettuccine. They even taught me how to make fish because I told them that I don't really know how to make it, and we made tiramisu. It was absolutely incredible, and I feel like it was such a learning experience rather than just an experience. It was incredible in every single way. And they even came and dropped me off in the Pantheon so that I can go to the next cooking class that's going to start in like an hour. But I am really excited to see how the next class is going to be. Because for me, the biggest thing was to actually learn how to do it and have fun. And I think maybe the first one that I had today was a lot about learning, and then the second one is going to be more about the fun. But I am very, very curious to see how things are going to play out. When I got to this class, it was a bit weird because it was inside a restaurant, and even though I got there exactly in time, I was early. They gave me like a welcome champagne while waiting. Now that it was finally time to start, I walked into the room and kind of tried to figure out where would be the best place to stand in. But not even a second later, we were already starting. We quickly made the dough, and we didn't really let it rest or anything like that. Immediately as we made it, we started like making the shape of the pasta. And honestly, I felt like I didn't understand why we were doing things. Like he was saying to flour the dough. And because I didn't understand what it means, I didn't put too much of it because I didn't want to have too much flour on it when we were like making the shape itself. For everyone else, I feel like it was like a lot easier. And for me, I just needed to like roll it open. But luckily for me, time flew by. And I think 15 minutes later, we already had the pastas pretty much ready. After that, each person wrote their name and what sauce did they want for their pasta. And the restaurant staff basically made it for them. So after doing both classes, I came to really weird conclusions. Because the first thing, I was really rooting for the cheaper one. Let's start with that. I really wanted the 40 euro one to be great. But if I didn't learn how to make pasta that morning, I would not have known how to do that. The 40 euro class just felt like you do it for the fun of it. You don't do it for the learning part of it. You just do it so that you can play with the dough. And it was super quick. We didn't even like cook the pasta afterwards or learn how to make the sauce. And overall, I feel like they were just rushing things. Like there was a plan, you just have to follow the plan. Doesn't matter if you got the hang of it or not, just go with everyone else. And that's, what you would generally expect for that price bracket. But the thing is, the 400 was absolutely incredible, but it was 400. So it's like if the 400 was like 300, maybe like 250, I would say that it was worth it in a heartbeat. It was incredible. I learned how to make ravioli and the pasta sauces and like even a fish and tiramisu. Like I've actually learned how to make authentic pasta. And the biggest thing that I don't think you can see on camera is the fact that the first pasta that I made was just so much tastier than the second pasta. Like in the cooking class, the pasta there was not good. So you can even taste the difference in the quality between those classes. But I want to hear your thoughts. Do you think it was actually worth paying 400, or maybe it was the 40 euro class is actually amazing and I didn't understand it well? Comment here, let me know what you guys think. And of course, if you like these kind of videos, then feel free to check out my page because I have a lot more coming.